Welcome in, everyone, to the Talking Kentucky postgame show. My name is Coleman Scott. Caden Holmes has to be up early in the morning, so he is off to bed already, but I figured I had to jump on here and do some sort of postgame show, some sort of postgame reaction after the Cats just take down the Duke Blue Devils in the Champions Classic in Atlanta, 77-72. It's Mark Pope's first signature win at Kentucky. Kentucky improves to 3-0, and Jon Scheyer's Duke Blue Devils go down. Cooper flag, take that. The Cats are back. Tell me who's in the house tonight, UK. And we got a lot of people also in the house tonight. We got there's a lot of people down here in the comments. We've got Clyde Hare saying C-A-T-S, cats, cats, cats. A. Theo says, get out of here. I was so nervous about this game due to Duke's athletes. Then the first half, I got even more discouraged. But wow. Clyde Harris says, Cooper flag who? We got Madeline in the comments saying cats, C-A-T-S, cats, cats, cats. Mike Dowd, senior leadership beats freshman every time. Jason Bevins, shout out. That was one hell of a win. Brandon Jones with the cat emoji there. We got John Cornett in here saying go Cats. Mark Cornell, epic win. Chuck Stearman, go Big Blue forever. Madeline said I had no doubts. And yeah, guys, let's just go ahead and talk about it, right? Kentucky wins a game that I don't even think they played particularly well, to be honest with you. We started off hot from three. We went 5 for 5 there at the start, which was awesome. But after that, we went cold, and we could not stop Duke on defense, especially in the paint. Duke outscored us in the first half 28-6 in the paint, which you got to be thinking, like, how am I going to win any games like that? How are we going to possibly win this game if they're outscoring us in the paint 28-6? They just felt, obviously we knew they were more athletic than us, but it was even more apparent on the floor, right? So we got some more people down here in the comments. Scott Salee says Kentucky is back. Claude says freshmen don't win no more. Ruben says Final Four bound. Yeah, man, like I don't understand why you can't say that at this point, because you go in and you win this game. You beat Duke. You go in there, you have less athleticism and less talent, and you go in there and Mark Pope out-coaches Jon Scheyer, and we outplayed Duke down the stretch. We played harder. We never gave up, and this fan base never gave up, and it felt like a win that was truly an old-school Kentucky win. This one was for the fan base all the way, man. The fan base needed this. Big Blue Nation, this win is for you. The fan base needed this win after the football season that we've had, and in fact, the past few football seasons that we've had, and obviously the past 5 to 8 years of basketball. We needed a signature win like this, guys. We haven't beaten Duke since Tyler Ulis was on the team. Okay, I was a freshman at UK the last time that we beat Duke. It was in the Champions Classic. And to go out there and to beat one of their best teams that they've had in a long time, Jay Williams said tonight it may have been the best team that they've had since 2001, which was Becky Barnes. Yeah, 2015, I believe, was the last time that we beat Duke. So it's been quite a while. Gilla in comments says, way to go, Cats. Byron says, not bad for a bunch of stray cats. Go Big Blue. Yeah. So let's talk about Mark Pope for a minute, guys. Mark Pope gets hired. We're all mad at first, but then overnight seemingly changes, right? We all get super excited for Mark Pope overnight. We had the big press conference in Rupp Arena. He goes and puts together a roster from scratch. Guys, for the first time in school history, we had zero returning players on this roster. Mark Pope goes out, okay, and puts together a team that we can be proud of. He says all the right things. we see Big Blue Madness was awesome. Maybe one of the best Big Blue Madnesses we've ever seen. We see a lot of great stuff in the blue-white game. The exhibition games in our first 2 regular season games, we see a lot of great basketball, breaking 100 points in 3 of the 4 games. We're feeling good about this offense, but everybody said, well, the test is going to be Duke and Cooper Flag. I'll know how good we are when we go in and play Duke and Cooper Flag. If we win that game, then I'll start to believe. Well, guess what, Big Blue Nation? You can start to believe. And this win was for the fan base. The Mark Pope era is here, and I'm excited. We'll go ahead and take some of your calls, especially since I'm alone tonight. We have time to talk. So 502-234-1504. I want to hear from you, and let's keep these comments going. We got a lot of people watching right now. Guys, Ruben says this was for us. We did it. Bailey Goff says, tell me who's in the house tonight, UK. That's right, Bailey. You're also in the house tonight. Shout out, Bailey, fellow trumpet player. Claude says, this is Kentucky's team. That's absolutely in every sense of the word. Mike Dowd says, Pope is coach. And we've got a call coming in. So I'm going to go ahead and take this here. You're on with Talking Kentucky. Who's this?
Who's in the house tonight? UK, tell me who's in the house tonight. UK, tell me who's in the house tonight.
UK. Man,
let's go, baby.
Claude, how you feeling, dude? Man, you can probably hear my voice. Man, I was in midseason form tonight. I was yelling, man. I can't remember being that excited about a Kentucky basketball game in a long time, and I hope you feel the same way.
I know, man. It's just like how does the greatest players since MJ get stripped?
Because he's playing Kentucky, man. Who stripped it, by the way? Was it Ortega that stripped it?
You know what? I was getting ready to ask you if that's who that. I think it was, but
yeah.
On that other play, out of bounds play, Cooper's hand was already out of bounds, and then he grabbed the ball. But if you grab the ball while your hand's out of bounds, that's on an automatic out.
Yeah, it is.
And it feels so good. Kentucky is back. And it feels so good to just have a coach that cares, that lives and dies by this university, that made halftime adjustments, didn't stick to the same old script that Cal's been doing for 15 years in these kind of games. He didn't stick to the same script. He adjusted, and look what happened.
Yeah, man. No, it was absolutely awesome. Did you just watch the game there at home? Were you as excited as I was?
Yes, I was. I wish I went to the KS Bar and Grill tonight. That would have been freaking awesome.
Oh,
and
man.
I'm so looking forward to what KSR has to say because I'm ready for a talk with Mac Jones. Oh, I've been waiting for it.
Oh yeah, man. And I won't keep this show going too long tonight because I definitely want to catch Matt's post game as well. But man, we needed this, didn't we? Like this feels like it's been a long time coming. I feel like this fan base really needed a big win like this.
Yes. And like I said, Duke is still a good team. I mean, I hate to give them a little bit of credit because we beat them, but I mean, I think Duke has a chance to be honestly really good this year. I mean, Cooper Flag is still a great player. I mean, he is. He made some tough shots that you're like only a kid with his kind of special talent can really make. And I mean, he's a really good player. And I mean, I don't really hate him as much as other people. I actually respect his talent. I think he's a great young player, and he's good. But man, when you got experience like we do, you can't beat it. And I kept telling people, I was like, experience is going to win tonight. You just watch.
Yeah, man.
Look at what happened. What happened, man. I can't believe it, man. We beat Duke. We beat Duke with all the Cooper Flag hype, man. I just can't believe it, man.
It feels special. Like Mark Pope says, this place is special. So, all right, man, we got some other people calling in, so I'll let you go. Yeah. But thanks for calling in. We appreciate it.
Go Cats.
Go Cats. If you just tried to call 270, go ahead and call back. We can only answer one call at a time because we're on balling on the budget here. But go ahead and call back in 270 if you so choose. Good old Western Kentucky number there, down the 270. So 502-234-1504. We'd love to hear from you or anybody else that wants to call in. Go ahead and give us a shout. We talk about Duke is the team that had all the freshmen this time, right? Duke had all the talent. They had the number one recruiting class. They had all the freshmen. We had the experience. We had the not necessarily McDonald's All-Americans, right? We had the, into the hundreds in talent, the transfers. Well, guess what won out? It was us. It was the experience, right? And it was flip-flopped. In the early Cal years, we had the talent. We had the top, 10 top overall recruiting class. And now Duke, has that. So the tables have turned. Nevertheless, we come out on top with the W. Anybody else that wants to call in? 502-234-1504. I think I missed a call from a 270 number. So if you want to go ahead and call back in, that would be great. P. McGregor says we had more experience, but they have more experience as a team. So this is big for us early on. Yeah, I was going to be happy even if we didn't win this game. After that second half, it was awesome. And we'll talk more about that. But hey, you're on with Talking Kentucky. Who's this?
This is Ruben.
Ruben, what's up, man? Thanks for watching and calling in. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. I appreciate it. You hit the nail on the head earlier. This is the most excited I've been for UK, and I lived on campus back when we won the championship.
Yeah, so man.
It's pretty awesome.
Well, saying like I wasn't at UK. I just missed the championship year, but like I've lived during some really exciting times and have, gone to games and been right there for some of our best teams. But I got to tell you, I haven't been this excited in a long time. So.
Oh yeah. This is definitely a big win for us. I took off of work today. I rarely do, but I told my boss I needed to watch the game today.
Hey,
bad thing I did.
That's what you got to do, man. Like nothing else matters when Kentucky plays Duke, especially Mark Pope's first year. Like it's a national holiday. I mean, like nothing else matters. Seriously. Now I feel that for sure.
Heard that. That's awesome, man. I appreciate you taking my phone call. Thank you. Yeah,
absolutely. Go Cats. How about that? Took off work. That's what you got to do. Nothing else matters in these times. You got to go. Got to do what you got to do to watch the game. Ruben says number 9 banner. Is it too early to dream that? How many teams are better than Duke? Seriously, how many teams in this country are better than Duke? And guys, we're only going to get better. We're only going to get better. We didn't play particularly well tonight. We didn't shoot well. Did Jackson Robinson even score? I'm not sure that he even scored a bucket tonight. Normally he has 15, 20 points quietly. He wasn't even a factor tonight, guys. And we still won this game by 5. I mean, it's okay. Mike says he had 1 point. Okay. Yeah. I think he maybe hit that free throw. Bailey says Duke looked better than Kansas. Yeah, I think so. I don't think Kansas is the best team in the country, guys. I mean, Arkansas beat them. I mean, come on now. That was without some of their top players. But I absolutely think Duke's better than Kansas, Bailey. I agree with that. Pete McGregor says Jay kept bragging about their bench. Yeah, he did. Jay Williams, he's a Dookie, so he's gonna talk about his Blue Devils. Yeah, everybody in the comments here telling me that Jackson Robinson got 1 point. But still non-factor. Right, he's a non-factor tonight. We still win the game, even though they completely took one of our best players out of the game. And guys, I'd love to hear who you guys think. Maybe drop in the comments who you all think your player of the game is. Because for me, I mean, Andrew Carr played great, but for me, man, my player of the game is Kerr Carissa. Man, that kid, like the energy that he brought, I knew he was going to be trash talking. I knew he was going to be up in everybody's face. Like this game is why you bring Kerr Carissa onto the roster, right? Yeah, Kerr is awesome. Yeah, Cheryl says Kerr. Yeah, Madeline says Kerr. Absolutely. And how about just those gutsy shots, right? You knocked a few of them down from like Steph Curry range. Steve Kerr, which apparently is named after Steve Kerr, which I didn't know that for sure until tonight, which was awesome. Ruben says Kerr has his energy and relentless effort, which is awesome. Mike says Carr. He says Andrew Carr, 17 points. And Owe, big offensive rebound in the last 5 seconds. Pete says, I don't know, I like Carr and Owe, and he hit the threes. Yep, absolutely. Well, I'll go ahead and do another call for calls here. 502-234-1504. Phone lines are open. We'd love to hear from you, man. We beat Duke. We got to celebrate, man. Like, how many people actually thought we were going to win this game? I mean, I know I came on here on this show and I said, yeah, we're going to beat Duke. I feel good about it. And even to some of my friends tonight, I was saying, I think we're going to blow Duke out. And we didn't blow Duke out, but like, man, I realistically, like, I thought if we just put up an effort tonight and looked good and took away some positives, it was going to be a win for us. To go and actually win this game, man, that's huge. That's huge. Madeline says she called it. She said, I said it all along. Mike says Brea needs to start over Robinson. Yeah, I mean, it's not going to be every game that Robinson gets shut out, obviously. But, I mean, Kobe Brea he's legit, man. I mean, kid can shoot. Kid's awesome. And I just want to shout out, how about the defensive adjustments going into the second half? We played so much better defensively in the second half. I think we only gave up 1 3, that one Cooper Flag 3 in the second half. I think that's the only 3-pointer that we ended up giving up. So that was pretty crazy. The deep. If you told me we would play that well defensively in the second half, I don't think I would have believed you. I mean, I was not optimistic at halftime, guys. I was not feeling like we were going to be able to come back and win that game. I thought Duke might even pull away a little bit more in the second half. But man, the fight this team showed to come out and be able to win this game, let alone just cut it down to single digits or tie it up, right? To come back and actually put this game away, man, that's just that's just awesome. Ruben says second half defense was crazy. Big W for BBN. Tears of happiness. Bailey Goff. We outscored them by 14 points in the second half. Yeah, that's. I never would have expected that. I mean, I didn't see that coming, Bailey. So that was really awesome. So, I want to talk about Ruben's comment about tears of happiness for a second. When I was little, I watched with my family. I watched us win our 2000th win, UK 2K, to become the winningest program in history of college basketball. And I, like, some of my family members started crying watching that live. And I didn't really understand that at the time. I mean, I knew it was all in our blood and we were, we were born into this, right? But I didn't really understand, like, coming to tears over it. But tonight I understand. Like, after the years that we've had of struggling, to win this game tonight for Mark Pope, who was on the 1996 national championship team and played for Rick Pitino, for him to be at the helm of this program and us to go in and beat Duke in the Champions Classic in our third game of the season, that is tears of happiness. Absolutely. Absolutely. Raleigh Winston says CATS, cats. A dream come true, Ruben says. BBN. Yes, my mom says I had blue hair on. Yeah, you had back in the day, everybody had the blue wigs, that we put on for the game. So we had the blue hair. Pete, unlike me, says he felt good at the half. I felt Pope would get them right. Well, you're right, Pete. They certainly did. And, like I was talking about with Clyde, I definitely want to get on and listen to Matt Jones and maybe listen to Tom Leach's post-game comments and everything as well. So I won't keep us on here too long, but I do want to do another call for calls. If anybody else wants to call in, Pete, Riley, anybody, Mike, Dad in the comments, Madeline, anybody who wants to call, 502-234-1504. This is your chance. We beat Duke. I'll do this last call for calls here. And would love to talk to you, get your thoughts on the win. But man, it's just a good night, man. I mean, it almost feels surreal. Like I can't really believe it yet. I mean, it's just really it feels like we got our program back. I mean, our sort of motto this year is this is Kentucky's team, right? I mean, it's on the posters, it's on their T-shirts, it's on all that stuff. But it really does feel like that. I mean, we got our program back. The last thing we said, Pope's saying all the right things, right? Pope recruited. He's doing everything right. Now, can he go out and win? And the answer is yes, he can. Here we are. Tammy Cooper says, hope with Pope. Go Cats. Madeline says, how much Pope be feeling right now? Yeah, I bet he feels special. I bet he's saying, who's in the house tonight? UK. Yeah, I bet he's feeling pretty special. But, man, yeah, I bet he's fit. I mean, he's a really super humble guy. So, I don't think he's taking credit for any of this. But I bet he feels like $1 million right now, Madeline. Pete says we used less bench and Duke was more exhausted and Pitino taught Pope endurance. Yeah, I think Pope said something toward the beginning of the year of, I don't know if we'll be the best team in the country, but we will be the most in shape team in the country. I don't necessarily think that that's true yet, but I think we're headed in that direction. And Pete, you're exactly right. I think that is the route that Pope wants to take with this team, sort of that Pitino's, Bombinos, old 90s style Kentucky basketball. And hey, I mean, I got my 90s, I got my retro logo on here tonight for the Cats. I got it going on. But Ruben says Coach Cal and those transfers are not happy right now. Abandon us and look at us now. Walk by any player that transferred last year. Yeah. And the cherry on top of it all is Arkansas lost to Baylor the other night. I mean, if you're putting the cherry on top of it all, Arkansas lost to Baylor. It's a good night to be a Kentucky fan. Well, guys, nobody's going to call in. I'll go ahead and wrap it up here. Just wanted to jump on and do a short post-game show because how can you not when we beat Duke? We'll probably, Caden, we'll be back and we'll probably jump on and do a regular show either next Monday or next Tuesday on here. So check that out. Guys, if you have not already, I would love for you to go subscribe to us, like us on Facebook. First of all, that's where we do most of our stuff. So like Talking Kentucky on Facebook. We also have a YouTube channel. If you're on the YouTube, Talking Kentucky YouTube. I think we are getting another call. So I'll go and answer. I think this is Josh Hart here. You're on with Talking Kentucky. Is this Josh Hart?
Hey, yeah, what's going on, brother?
Josh, glad you caught me, man. I was just getting ready to wrap up the show. I'm riding solo tonight. Caden's in bed. He's got a big morning in the morning, but I'm glad you called in because I wanted to hear from you for sure.
Yeah, I didn't really get to watch it. I had to listen to the radio because I'm working, and that's the reason it took me so long to get to you today. It sounds like they played, good enough tonight, and I mean, it's just it's such a big difference in the way what we were used to what we got now with Coach Pope.
Yeah, man. And you're gonna have to go back and watch it for sure. Be glad that you didn't watch it live because it was definitely cardiac cats. I about had a heart attack watching it. It felt like I haven't been that nervous during a game, and I'm not even exaggerating. I haven't been that nervous during a game since 2015 Wisconsin in the Final Four. I mean, I wanted this game so bad. I'm not gonna lie, and we got it. And so. Yeah, your heart health will thank you that you didn't watch it live, but you're going to have to go back and watch for sure.
Yeah, I'm going to watch it this morning as soon as I get off work. I can't wait. And I'm just looking forward to seeing it. I mean, I know the outcome, but I just want to see how they really persevered and come together. at the end of the night and what we've done. Because, like I said, in the past, we didn't have teams that would do that. We wouldn't have teams that would fight like that. And that's what we've been missing for the last 5 to 6 years at the University of Kentucky.
It is.
And I just can't wait, for Pope to see what Pope's going to do this season. I'm so excited. We're 3-0. I mean, and looking good. I mean, what was this, number 6 in the country?
Yep, number 6.
Yeah, so we just took down number 6. And I mean, Kyler Perry's like, oh, crud. These dudes are good.
Well,
these dudes are good.
As you saw the other night, I was just talking about Arkansas lost to Baylor the other night. So,
yeah,
we
look.
Yeah.
I wish the home state boys would get a little bit more playing time, but I'm trusting the process. I'm trusting what he's doing. He knows what we're doing. He's doing. I mean, he's the coach, so he knows what's working, what ain't working. So just look forward to an exceptional season, and I seriously think with all my heart that we're going to hang number 9 this year. I really do. I mean, we always say we're going to get number 9. We're going to get number 9. We're going to get number 9. I really do think that we're going to get number 9 this year.
Well, man, I don't see why we can't do it after this win tonight, and we're just going to keep getting better. And man, go celebrate the win. It's been a great night, and the night is young.
Yeah,
go Cats.
I was at work, and I was on top of the scissor lift and taking down the boards when we got that when Oweh got that rebound. I was like, that's it. It's over.
It's
and
over.
everybody's just looking at me. It's like they're like, what's over? And I said, who's in the house today? UK.
Now, are you in Arkansas right now?
Yes, I am.
And now, how fitting is that? Josh is in Arkansas, everybody. That's perfect. We beat Duke with Pope, and Josh is in Arkansas. That's great.
Oh, yeah, you should see all the looks I'm getting when I gear up down here with my blue and white all over me. I went out the other day to eat, and I had my UK hoodie and my hat on, and I just got so many dirty looks. I'm like, they was like, nah, bro, what are you doing wearing that down in our state?
Oh, man, that's awesome, dude. Well, hey, it's good to talk to you. I'm so glad we got the win, and man, I think we're in for a great season.
Yeah, I've got one more week out here. I'm heading to Missouri Saturday for a week, and then I go home for a week, and then back down for a couple weeks, and then or a couple more weeks out, and then I'll be home for the holidays at the end of the year. So I'm excited to get some time home and get back in the Bluegrass State come around the 21st or somewhere in there.
Well, sweet, man. You get your hat finally at long last.
I get a lot of stuff. Yep, at long last.
Yep. All right, man. Well, thanks for calling in. Glad we caught you before we ended the show.
All right, thanks. Have a great night.
You too, man. Go
God
Cats.
bless and go Cats.
God bless and go Cats. That's exactly right. Things are looking up. And, yeah, guys, as I was saying here, go ahead and follow us or like us on Facebook. We also have a YouTube, so go ahead and for sure subscribe to us on YouTube at Talking Kentucky. We also have an Instagram at Talking Kentucky. And finally, we have an X at Talking Kentucky. Elon Musk, who is now the appointed director of efficiency, of government efficiency for the U.S. So congrats to him, I guess. Yeah, guys. And then, of course, we're on all the podcast platforms, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. If you're a podcast listener, even if you're not, go back and be sure to follow us on those things and give us stars and likes and follows and all that good stuff. All right, guys. Well, I think we're going to close it out there. Cats get the win, take down the Duke Blue Devils in Champions Classic 77-72. This has been the Talking Kentucky postgame show. I am Coleman Scott. Thank you, folks, very much. And we'll see you all next time. Go Cats.